So last week I quit my job and now I am officially a full-time YouTuber. So this was one of the toughest decisions that I have ever had to make. To leave my full-time job, which I had worked at for the last 20 years, which had good pay, good benefits, had great people to work with. It was a good job, and I liked my job. I'm sure if I hated my job, it'd make this decision a lot easier. But to leave all of that behind and to become self-employed, basically, right? Work for yourself, be your own boss, create videos of the things that you enjoy and like, but you have to rely on the internet, you have to rely on YouTube, and you have to rely on you, the viewer, to continue to be interested and continue to watch. That was a scary decision to be able to make that transition. So we've talked about quitting my job and becoming full-time YouTube for over a year now, at least, maybe 2 years. And very tough decision to finally take the leap. So what we ended up doing is we came up with a list of goals, like a plan for us to do, things we wanted to achieve, to have in place to make it easier to transition from a full-time blue-collar job to a full-time content creator, self-employed job. So stick with me. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our journey of how I became a YouTube content creator and the steps that we put in place, the things that we made sure we had ready before I quit my job, just to make this go a lot smoother. So in 2019, my New Year's resolution was to take making YouTube videos way more seriously. Like basically try to become more of a true YouTuber, I guess. And I'd already been making YouTube videos for 5.5 years as a hobby, just sharing the things that we do out here, the projects that we build. And it just made sense to go ahead, take it seriously, monetize the channel, try to earn some extra money from the advertisements in the video. And I would try to post more consistently, and I would try to improve the quality of my videos. So in January of 2019, my first month monetized. I already had like about 7,000 subscribers at that point in time. We ended up making $330 that month. And I thought that was awesome because that is money to help pay for some of these projects. It would be money to help pay for part of a log splitter. That was money that we can use as we improve our property. And everything continued to grow. The money increased continually through the year, and by the end, we had a big jump at the end of 2019, and at the end of the year, we ended up grossing over $18,000 in our first year. And that's not taxed. You gotta pay self-employment tax out of that, so it was probably closer to about $12,000 that we actually gotta keep, and the rest went to Uncle Sam. But still, that's $12,000 we got to invest in our property. That is awesome. You know, we bought 41 acres. There's tons of improvements to do out here. And that's basically how we can pay for the improvements on this property. So I thought from the beginning, first year on YouTube, it was a huge success. At the end of 2019, I had posted a total of 131 videos. And that's like an average of about 2.5 videos a week. And we have continued roughly that pace for the last 5 years, about 2.25 to 2.5 videos a week. And the channel has grown every year. Every year it has gained subscribers, it has gained views, and it has also gained in the revenue side of things as well. And around 2021, I think we realized that this could be a career. Like this could be something that we could truly live off of. So originally I thought I would just retire in 5 years at age 50, and I could just come out here, I could do what I want to do, live the dream, and just live off of the YouTube revenue. So at the beginning of 2023, YouTube had finally gotten to the point where I was making as much there as I was at my full-time job. And I still couldn't take that leap. I couldn't leave the stability, the security of my full-time job to just go out on a whim and become a full-time YouTuber. It just seemed like it's such a leap of faith in a way. So that's where we finally put the plan together, and we decided, well, I had 2 income sources, 2 full-time jobs basically, to use the power of that to help attain the goals that we wanted to make the transition easier, to basically kind of dig our heels in, kind of power our way through, even though I was really getting burnt out working 2 jobs, and get everything in place where we could transition. And even if I failed at YouTube, we'd still be okay. So our first goal was to have a large emergency fund, not a 3-month fund, but a 1-year emergency fund, 1 year of expenses. And going along with that, we wanted to put that in like a high interest account. So we opened up a money market account. We actually put that in a different bank off to the side so that we hopefully never have to touch it. And if we do have to touch it and we start draining that emergency fund, I've still got time to go out and find myself a new job. So goal number 2 was to go out and get life insurance, because when I quit my job, I would lose the coverage that I had. So I went out, I got a 20-year term life insurance policy. That got me to age 62. And if anything happens to me in the next 20 years, I know that Rebecca will be fine. She'll have enough money to replace the income that I was bringing in. Goal number 3 was to go ahead and prepay for some of this year's expenses or this year's projects. So set money aside to buy feeder steers this year. We pretty much bought all of our fence posts for the fencing project, put some money aside for a new piece of hay equipment, and went ahead and pre-bought solar. Got solar panels, inverter, new batteries, wiring. I think we got everything all in the workshop ready to install this summer. So basically prepay for some of our big expenses, and then I have plenty of work in front of me after I quit my job. So I knew when I quit my job that I was going to lose my benefits, and my job was the one that was providing our health insurance and dental insurance. Now Rebecca actually works part-time at the hospital, and she can't get those benefits. So we knew we were going to have to go out and buy health care. So goal number 4 was to try to pre-purchase our health care and dental insurance. So we were able to get on the healthcare.gov. We were able to fill out all the questionnaires, get everything filled out, and we were able to pre-purchase our insurance. It was going to go active the 1st of the next month. So we went 1 day without insurance. But that was probably the biggest wild card in everything, making sure that you could get that all set in place and get the health insurance in a timely manner. And we didn't know how much it was going to cost either. $1,450 is roughly what it cost for us for healthcare and dental. And that was like a bronze plan. That was like one of the lower plans as well. But that was probably one of the biggest wild cards in quitting my job, because it was like you do it in like the last week, you know, before you quit your job, last couple weeks. So that was definitely probably the most nerve-wracking thing of all of it. So here we are. It's probably a year to year and a half after making those goals. I've finally quit my job, and I got to finally kind of live the dream life. I get to come out here. I'm my own boss. I get to do what I want to do. I can share that with you guys, share what we're doing out here. And I get to live the dream now. And that is really it's all because of you guys. Watching these videos, being interested, and coming back and watching more. That's one thing that made this transition easier, is that I knew I had very consistent viewership. A lot of you guys watch my videos within the first 24 hours. Most of my views are within the first 24 to 48 hours. You guys are truly interested in what I'm doing. You want to see what's going on, and you guys are the ones that have made this happen. So thank you guys very much for hanging out with us and following along. And now that I've quit my job, hopefully I'm going to be able to get more done. And hopefully I'm going to get to be able to post more videos, maybe some bigger, longer projects that we can tackle over here now that I've got more time. So before I only had a weekend to work on things. Now I've got all the time in the world. So it's just, this is a whole new part of my life that I'm stepping into. And the good thing is, after setting all these goals and getting everything, I have no regrets right now. I am 100% looking forward to this journey, and I'm ready to just get stuff done and enjoy life. And that's really because of you guys. You guys are the ones that have really empowered me to be able, or enabled me to be able to do this. So thank you guys very much. I hope you continue to watch the channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.